All right, guys, we have a tornado warning has been issued here. Are we on? All right, there we go. Guys, we got a tornado warning that has been issued here until 9 o'clock. So about 25 minutes. 25 minutes from now, we're still going to be in this tornado warning. This is all due to exactly what we've been talking about here, the banding that is coming on shore. And with that, we are seeing a bit of a weak rotation setting up here just off of our coastline, and that's going to be moving right over the St. Augustine area. Actually, Amelia, can you zoom us right in on this tornado warning so we can give you a closer look at where this is? Go right in here. There we go. Let's get closer. All right, so we got St. Augustine. There's Vilano Beach. Hey, if we still got our crews out in Vilano Beach, make sure they're taking cover. Same thing is for Lou Turner. Make sure he's in a sheltered place here as well, because right now we're definitely going to be seeing that potential of some weak rotation as this kicks on by. Amelia, can we put up, there we go. We got the velocity here, and this is it right there. Can you circle on the map kind of where that couplet is set up right here? Now, when we see this, this is rain wrapped. It is quickly moving. Overall, the storm is moving forward at about 30 to 40 miles per hour. So let's say you're out here in St. Augustine. You're thinking, oh, I'm going to go outside and see this. No, you're not. Guys, it is raining out there. It is coming down at this time. Not to mention, we're going to be seeing kind of that, though really just kicking on through. This is what I was talking about. Right here, there's your couplet, and this is what we're looking at right here, guys. That's kind of that weak rotation the National Weather Service is indicating at this time. Amelia, can you read off kind of the exact locations we're seeing right here?
Yeah, absolutely. Here, so we are looking at, let's take a look. Okay, so there's debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. I'm just reading right off of the National Weather Service here. So that severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado that's already been launched. There's a tornado warning out right now. So it's moving at 55 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation. As I mentioned, the impacts, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter.
Amelia,
make sure you are seeking
stop
shelter.
on that right there.
Okay.
55 miles per hour. This is moving forward. We're seeing those winds out here gusting that high, 50 to 60 miles per hour. So you should already be inside. You should already be sheltering, guys. It shouldn't be too much of a surprise. But the big thing right now is that this is rain wrapped, and it is going to be cruising onshore at about 55 miles per hour. You're not going to see it coming. That is often the case. This starts off as a water spout. It hits the land. You get a little bit of friction, and you get that micro vortice. I would rather call it that than a full-on tornado, because tornadoes, you're looking for kind of that stovepipe. That's not what you're going to see with this. This will be kicking on through, and really, it'll surprise people if it does move on through, and we do actually have a torch down. Amelia just mentioned there, it is radar indicated, so at least at this time, we are only going off of what we do see here on the radar, that couplet right here. Amelia, can we zoom in? Let's get real close to this couplet, right about here. Let's get right there. So we got A1A. There's Vilano Beach. We were just watching Tristan there. I hope Tristan is in a sheltered spot, not in your car. Get inside here, my friend. Same over towards Lewis Turner, looking just towards your southeast. He was right there at the Matanzas Inlet, just south of the fort. There's your broad rotation right in here. So that is just starting to come on shore here over past A1A. All right, Amelia, let's take a look at the Anastasia as well under this tornado warning. Here, I'll grab this right here. Let's pull back the picture here. And what we're going to do is make sure that we adjust the speed to 55 miles per hour. And then we're going to show you here where this couplet is, and we're going to extrapolate it out towards the west. So these are some of those locations where this is headed. So St. Augustine, you know, 2 minutes from now, guys. 2 minutes. This is moving fast. At 8:31, we're looking at St. John's River State College. That is going to be at 8:34, 8:38 at Adventure Landing. So that is just right by the Outlet Mall there on I-95. So at I-95, 8:38 a.m., we got that weak rotation kicking on through here with this. And there is a tornado warning once again in place here. Also, hail is being indicated at this time. So what we're going to do is we are going to pull up our fantastic graphic just indicating the hail here, or at least our CCs, the correlation coefficient. All right, not really showing up too much there at this time, so going to go back to the radar here. Also the winds. Despite the fact, you know, we're looking at a tornado warning here, guys, I hope everybody is staying inside and just sheltering because of this. Regardless, we got a pretty decent rain band kicking on through. If you've been watching this, we're not surprised. There is a tornado watch in place until 1 o'clock. The winds right now are gusting at Mayport at 55 miles per hour, into St. Augustine at 59 miles per hour gust. That is not tornadic, you know, that's just straight line wind, or not, yeah, straight line winds there with those gusts. Sustained is right about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Also, Amelia was saying that there is some hail being indicated out there as well. And here's a look at our velocity on the radar. By the way, live look out there. Is this is that I-90? Thank you very much, Katie. I-95 and State Road 16 out there. Yeah, I mean, guys, this is what I want you to take away from that camera. Not the bouncing around or anything. There's cars on the roads there, but look how far you can see. You can't see very far. So this thing is moving at 55 miles per hour. Think of a car driving at 50, 60 miles per hour towards you in dense fog. That's what this is. I don't say that to scare you. I just want you to stay inside. Be hunkered down. If you are under this tornado warning, get away from those windows. Get to the interior of your house, and you know, just be in a safe spot here. Let's zoom right back in here, Amelia. Let's get close. Let's go right here. Let's go right over St. Augustine. You can kind of see that broad rotation right in here. Already starting to cruise off towards the west, and right now we are seeing it pass right over the historic district with that broad rotation here into play. It's that microvortice, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do have anything on the ground. This is kicking on through pretty quickly, and it's just one of those things. It'll be then and gone as it kicks off there towards the west. Anything new come through from our friends at the National Weather Service? Nope, nothing at this time. But the big thing, once again, take cover now, move to an interior basement, basically get away from, you know, the windows out there. This is a great graphic. Just, we all know this, but just a reminder, you know, you're here, you're thinking, okay, I'm under this tornado warning. Where should I go? Away from the windows. Interior hallway. If you have a bathroom, the pipes are in the ground, you know, maybe a closet as well. This isn't for everybody. I know that if you're in southeastern Georgia, you're thinking, what is he talking about? We got some pretty decent conditions out here. It's going to come downhill pretty soon for you, but right now, this is definitely the main line of concern we have here. All the way back towards Green Cove, you're not under a tornado warning, but you do have those storms kicking on through. And then, of course, here into St. Augustine. Mayport also reporting winds gusting up to 50, 60 miles per hour near there. And once again, here we go. That's with the bottom third right here. That's why I'm still talking. We have a tornado warning in place until 9 o'clock. So another 30 minutes here as this thing whips on by from the east towards the west. See that coming on shore. Thank you very much, Amelia. Let's zoom right in. She's doing a fantastic job over there, giving us a closer look at this. Can you press pause on this, though? There we go. Right there. All right. So let's actually go over to the velocity. We'll get a good idea of where that is right now. Here we go. Just stop moving it. All right, here we go. Let's zoom right in on this. There's our couplet right there. Now you can zoom in, because with velocity, what happens is the radar is looking out. And this is a true Doppler radar right here. We see the winds coming and going, and it's a weak couplet. It's not strong, but it's enough where they have issued this tornado warning. We got the dynamics in place. So now moving over the St. Augustine area off there towards the west. Let's pull back the picture, and can you put that line on this right like that, and kind of extrapolate it out so we can tell everybody about what time it is going to get here, that squall line part of the map here. There, Amelia. All right, this one right here. There we go, right there. Now we're going to extrapolate that out so we can get everybody an idea of where this is going to be headed. So right there it shows you northeast Florida regional at about 8:36 a.m. San Sebastian Catholic Church at 8:37, and Adventure Landing still at 8:40. So it is cruising along here from east to west, where we do see this couplet. But there's several other little mini vortices. It kind of almost looks like right behind us. And guys, I'm not trying to take away from the flood potential either. This is something we want to definitely keep you posted. But on top of this, we got, if we have any live shots out of the beach or anything like that, or downtown St. Augustine, that'd be great. I know everybody's sheltering. Well, there we go. Because, of course, we're talking about the tornado warning, but high tide is coming up here in about 30 minutes in St. Augustine. That is where we've seen water levels pretty close based on my visual. Now, I'm sure our friends out there on the ground can definitely confirm this or not. It looks pretty close to what we were seeing with Ian here, and water levels are still going up at this time. So that is a shop there right on Matanzas, just off there towards the west, spilling over. We're seeing those water levels continuing to rise here. So, you know, we're talking, of course, about the tornado warning. We're talking about this as is kicking off there towards the west at about 55 miles per hour. That is the forward speed of it, but definitely don't want to take away from the fact that we are seeing windy conditions stretching all the way back here towards the north along the First Coast. In fact, winds, let's go right to this graphic here. Winds upwards of 50 to 60 miles per hour. I'm trying to put up the broad wind graphic here because this is, oh, I went in the wrong direction here. All right. There we go. 60 mile per hour winds currently being reported there into St. Augustine. There we go. Can you pull back the picture, Amelia? Let's see what's happening over towards Mayport too. If you can zoom it out and just kind of lift it off there towards the north. Yeah, zoom it out and just lift it off there towards the north as well, because there we go. All right, and 55 mile per hour winds currently being reported there into Mayport too. So, you know, you got a combination of these onshore winds and that tornadic threat. I'm going to scoot back here towards the radar, though. This is the back end of that rain band, and what we are seeing in here is kind of this a weak rotation. It's very hard to see. I wouldn't be surprised maybe they do drop this a little bit early. Let's keep it back just a little bit so I can kind of show the bigger picture. Now moving over Highway 1 right there, that's where I believe they are seeing that rotation in there. Very hard to see, but there is some weak cyclonic circulation, and that's why I like to call it a mesovortice, guys. Not really so much a tornado. If you're sitting thinking you're going to see one of those Fury on the Plains twister type of setups here, that's not going to be the case. This would be rain-wrapped, a quick-moving mesovortice kicking off there, running straight out towards the outlet mall. So we're passing right over Highway 1. It just passed over St. Augustine. We haven't seen any reports. Amelia, let me know if you see anything else come through the chat here, because right now I haven't seen any reports of any damage, anything like that, just watching that threat of a tornado warning. But let's go back.